working on site maintenance for what's been dubbed the 16th Century Shipwreck site. It's a mid-1500s Iberian merchant ship, so thinking early American colonial expansion. And we're working to uncover anchors and bombards and versos, which are old school artillery, and picking away the rubble to make the site more accessible and interesting for those who are minded for tourism. And we're all about sustainable tourism and educating people about maritime heritage in the Americas.
We've been thinking about the site, first visited in 2014, the year after the permit for salvage operation was expired. Came back in 2016, 2018, but most importantly now in 2022, we now have the permits to actually work on the site for an academic exercise. Buried in the sand, we still have certain academic interest sites. When I was there in 2014, I could hand fan and see ship timbers. Now some of that's covered in rubble today. You know, the initial surveys we've conducted here have all been visual surveys, so diver visual, photographic, imaging, but now we're also using electronic survey equipment. But the electronic survey gives us the vision on the site of what sites we want to go to next, where we'll put our test excavations in to identify some of the buried objects here.
So when you think of a shipwreck, everyone likes to think of fully formed, nice big vessels underwater, but that's more often than not the case. Through the wrecking process, we see a lot of the organic material, the ship's wood, a lot of its cargo slowly deteriorate, whether because it's underwater, because of storms, because people take stuff up. And all you're really left with on most shipwreck sites that are older are big chunks of ferrous or precious metals.
For the past few days, we've been using this, a metal detector, and the pipe tracker or magnetometer. This metal detector is used to detect ferrous metals like iron or precious metals. We're focusing a lot of our detection on the sand flats because we think it's likely that there are lots of objects buried over there. There's a lot of wave action on the site.
We found some pretty interesting hotspots, one of which was in the sand flats out by the seaward side of the wreck. I take the magnetometer and I'm scanning around and I find a smaller hotspot out closer to the wreck.
I noticed, along with Wyatt, that there was something else down there. I wasn't sure, Wyatt wasn't sure exactly what we found, but we knew it was a heavy piece and it was unlike anything else we had found all week. And then after talking to Dr. Beaker and Sam Haskell, they confirmed that it was a axe head.
I mean, there's a big shipwreck there. That's kind of what we're seeing. We're not, like, I mean, we identified a couple of spots that might be like bombards or like bigger features, but a lot of it's just, it's hot, yeah.
So that's what we want to hear. I mean, you know, there's a 1555, there's a mid-century, 16th century shipwreck. I'd expect to have lots of iron and things down there. Well, you can see some of the first horseshoes in the Americas.
Yes.
And that's, you know, pretty good size, but different than today's horseshoes. But these would be wrought iron forged in a blacksmith, the same kind of blacksmith that could be making the bombards. This is an unknown entity. We don't have enough examples of this ship to really be able to study it without doing the archaeology, without doing some minimal excavation. But we could do this as an ongoing investigation for the next 10 years and really add to our body of knowledge from the site.